Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-February 2025 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. I just want to let you know that I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but my intention is to move my tarot readings to another channel. I've already established another channel last summer. I was just doing a little experiment because I believe I've been shadow banned since 2019. I would get in 2018, I have videos going back to 2018 around that time where I had 15,000 views for one video or even more than that, and maybe like 25,000, and now I'll get like 250. So you can see, and I ran afoul of somebody who I just thought was a bully on YouTube, but I think now they might actually work for YouTube because they knew all my information within a matter. I was using a different account. I wasn't even using my main account to call them out. And they were able to do something to my YouTube account. So I did a little experiment last summer and I posted some tarot readings. And sure enough, I had some that had over 1,000 views. Now, this is with somebody with 0 subscribers, and I'm getting all this promotion because that's how it used to be for me. I would get like 1,000 subscribers a month on average, sometimes 1,500. That's not a crazy amount. I'm not saying that I was like going viral or anything. I mean, 1,500, that's not that much, but it was fine for me to grow 10,000 a year. I should have like 100,000 subscribers right now, over 100,000. So, you can imagine how that affects every aspect of somebody who this is all I do. So I just want to tell you the name of that channel for now is called Sag Virgo Chick. I may add tarot to it just so that people, maybe it'll get more traction that way. I have like over 200 subscribers thus far. And I just want to let you know, because I'm almost a little bit leery of even, announcing it on my channel, like, with written word, because I don't know if they're listening to me. I just did Elon Musk's video, looking at his chart, and it doesn't matter what your political persuasion is. You have to feel that there's something seriously wrong if we can't have uncensored self-expression. I can't imagine why anybody would be against that. And also the manipulations that are going on with the algorithms and all of that. That's not, I mean, obviously if it's a private business, they can do whatever they want. But I just think that it is connected to a certain arm of the government. So I'm talking about this platform. It's a 3-letter agency, so you can do the math from there. And so on with the countdown. I'm sorry I got off on that tangent, but I just had to say it because that's why I'm not like writing it down, because I don't want my overlords to get wind of it. Okay, and I'm a Sagittarian too. That's why I'm probably so strident about things. But I do try to keep, political stuff out of here. I'm not trying to, I don't need anybody to believe what I believe. But lately there have been certain things, like wanting to do a certain person in the news, and then, people have different opinions on that. So, anyway, let's see what we got here. That's very interesting. When I think of justice, I think about, getting some kind of fair resolution to something. So anyway, the heart of the matter is the Two of Swords. Some of you may be feeling like you have a decision that you have to make, or, when I say a decision, it doesn't mean like there's a deadline or anything. It just might be a feeling that you have that you're in this crossroads. Oh, it's trying to focus. Okay, and that's distracting. Like a crossroads in your life, and so you feel like, maybe you've outworn something, but you don't know if you should go in a different direction. And I always point out with this card is that they show somebody who's blindfolded. The Rider-Waite deck shows a clear blindfold. This is, this is a blindfold too, I guess. I thought it was her hair, to tell you the truth. But I guess it is a blindfold. But what I think, this is the Light Seers Tarot deck, and I always say it seems to me like the black birds, because swords are the air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and air signs are about communication or thought, and black we associate with the negative side of things. So the negative thinking, the negative self-talk, the negative talk from other people, the conditioning that has occurred that makes you replay old tapes, those kinds of things play into your decision. But I really think that sometimes it's a false choice. I've said that before, because sometimes we're lying to ourselves. That's why I think the blindfold is there. Sometimes I think that a person thinks that they actually have a choice in something, like if someone is cheating on you and you find out and you know that they're cheating and you say, I don't know if I should leave this relationship or not. Well, that's kind of a false choice, because if you're not happy with somebody cheating on you and you stay in that situation, that's not really making a decision that is, with discernment. That's kind of settling for something. So anyway, one of those kinds of things may be coming up, or it could be like an actual fork in the road, and you're like, okay, do I do this? Do I do that? Or two people that you're dealing with. In the past position, we have the Nine of Cups. This is a card of like winning the lottery of, emotion, and, it could be something like winning the lottery or something like material that is a blessing to you, but it could be on the emotional level for sure, because cups are water and they deal with emotions. And that, like if you have fallen in love with someone, but you're married or you're committed to somebody else, obviously the Two of Swords makes a lot of sense. Like, oh gosh, should I stay in this relationship or should I leave it? And it's one of those things where it can feel scary, even if something really good has happened. It can feel scary because of the unknown factor. And Sagittarians tend to be adventurous, but we're all different, and some of us are a little bit more cautious than others, and we want to feel like we know that X, Y, and Z is going to happen. That's kind of an illusion to think that we can do that, but I can understand the emotions behind it, of like, if I make this move, is it going to all come crashing down, or will I be able to, have it work out in the end? The highest, or the higher message, is the Ace of Cups. And I thought of this line, and it was actually originally said by Emily Dickinson, who, of course, most people know, was a poet, and she was a Sag, by the way, and she was a recluse. So I'd like to do her chart. I wonder if they have her time of birth. That'd be kind of interesting to see what was going on with her. But she had a line which unfortunately, was co-opted by Woody Allen, and then it got caught up into that whole Sunyi thing. The heart wants what the heart wants. And that's what I think about the Ace of Cups. I think, yes, it is the beginnings of love. It could initiate something, but on a spiritual level that when you are in a situation where something has stirred your heart, like the Nine of Cups can be, you fall in love, you fall madly in love with someone, and it's like the perfect person for you. It kind of throws everything up in the air if you're someone who is currently involved with another person. And it can feel like scary to leave a situation that may have not been what you wanted, but maybe it was safe in some way. Maybe you felt a sense of security. So that's what I got from it. But the other thing about the Ace of Cups is that there's aces are the beginning stages of something. So it really suggests that the thing that you may have already been involved with, that is a known quantity, has been around, you know what that situation is all about. The job that no longer makes you feel enthused about things, you know that it doesn't make you feel enthused. And so there's no point in pretending that it is other than what it is. And that's what I'm kind of like trying to get at, is that sometimes people are very, how would I put it, I guess on automatic or in a rut, and it becomes hard to really step out of that comfort zone and really feel alive again if you felt the sense of dullness or what have you. What crosses you is the Queen of Cups. This is a psychic card. This is a creative card. The artist, this is also a card of the mother. So these issues, for instance, someone who is debating about whether or not they should just like go for it with a creative type of business, and they don't really have a lot of faith that they're going to be able to sustain themselves on the material side of things. I just received a newsletter from somebody that I follow that's kind of like a life coach type of person. And they said something which I'm so glad that they did, because they kind of really were saying the opposite for a long time. And they said, maybe it is better to stay in that job that you don't like, that you can't wait to get away from, because it'll teach you something as you're working towards this other thing that you want in your life. And so it's not to say, like with the Two of Swords, that you're not, that you don't have a decision to make, but maybe you don't have to make it right now. Maybe you can just, build up your, whatever it is that you're doing, build up your art pieces, build up your, start researching other people who do it. How do they do this? And get all your ducks in a row, and really start, and maybe even start selling on the side, whatever you're doing. And then you don't have that pressure to turn a profit right off the bat, or make enough to sustain yourself. So there's so many more ways to do it, and sometimes people drive themselves crazy trying to go from one extreme to the other. Also, Queen of Cups is about your intuition. Maybe you've been too much in your head. Swords is the intellect instead of tuning in at a deep level. What's coming in is the Page of Wands. Start spreading the news. This is a card of good news coming in, something that makes you feel exhilarated. It's right under the Nine of Cups. So I don't want to emphasize anything particularly negative with this reading. With the Two of Swords, it's simply that you may be wavering. You might be on the fence about something, instead of going all in. But going all in doesn't mean that you have to turn your life upside down. So Page of Wands to me can be like you really taking that initiative, and this is like the early stages of a passion project, whatever it is that you want to do. So there's a very enthusiastic in the time leading up to the middle part of February. The outcome is the Justice card. For some people, this may be vindication, even legally, about a certain matter. Maybe it's like getting divorced, or seeking a divorce, if that was your question. And because sometimes, like with the Page of Wands, when we talk about some good news, you might receive this phone call that is like, hey, can you, for a new job or something like that. Ace of Cups, by the way, could be a new job in the healing arts or creativity. But you might receive a message that really shows you that the universe has your back and that there's something at play here that's beyond just like the mundane happenings. And that's enough for you to feel encouraged to go for it. And this is also, because it's Libra, so if you've been dealing with a Libra person, you may end up with that person. If you have been questioning whether or not this is the person for you. Also, with the Justice card, there's a sense of balance in life rather than extremes. So kind of like what I was saying is that it's not either or sometimes, sometimes you can do two things at once. And it's not to say you're going to do them equally well. You only have so many hours in a day, but you can start initiating action to go in the direction of your dreams. You know what I mean? You don't have to I think Sagittarius, we have a tendency to just be all or nothing in terms of exaggerating everything. It doesn't have to be that way. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated, Sag. If you would like a private reading, be it tarot or astrology or both, I have package deals and individual readings. You can find out more information at the link below. Thanks for watching. Bye.